So everybody who has ever tried to harvest worm castings probably heard of migration method of getting worms out of your bin, out of your container. So what usually happens in that case is that people have a container like this, and then they bury kitchen scraps or something on one side of the container, and then it takes sometimes weeks, sometimes even months for worms to migrate from one side to the other, and then the worm castings are ready for harvesting. But sometimes, often we don't have weeks or months to do it, so I had to do it actually in 3 days, and I came up with this new method in which you can market worms in about 3 days. So this is my second batch, and I thought I'll show you and how to do it, because I think it's a pretty cool method of migrating worms quickly. So here we go. What we have is a kitchen sink like that, and here in the middle I put the bait. I put the kitchen scraps, which are actually decomposed with bokashi here. And what we do here, these are rubbish bags, and I put worm castings from one of my little farms on one side, and then put the other one on the other side. And now we know that worms hate light, and so these are kind of thinly spread worm castings, but with worms. So what happens? Worms migrate towards the rubbish bags because they love the feel of rubbish bags, and it protects them from light. So they slowly migrate towards the bait. So every day, or couple of days, couple times a day, what I do, come here and move worm castings that were left by worms. There are no worms there anymore. See, it's rarely see any worm there. So I put them aside, and then I move the rubbish bag a little bit further, like this, and wait for a couple of hours. And then it takes about 3 days for all worms to migrate from these worm castings to the safety of rubbish bags. And as they are moved down, the worms quickly migrate towards the food source. And this is how you can migrate worms in about 3 days, or maybe even less if you have less worm castings than me. Alright, hope it helps. Bye.